How does judicial review interpret legal statutes? Imagine a court sitting quietly, examining a law to see what it really means. Judicial review is the process where courts look at laws to decide how they should be applied. It's a key part of understanding how the legal system works. When courts interpret statutes, they start with the words of the law. If the words are clear and straightforward, they usually follow that meaning. This is called the plain meaning rule. But sometimes the words are tricky or confusing. That's when courts look at the bigger picture. They consider what the law is trying to do and how it fits with other laws. This helps them get a full idea of what the law means. Judges also use special rules called canons of construction. These are guidelines that help solve tricky parts of a law. For example, if a law limits rights, courts interpret it narrowly. If it's meant to help people, courts might interpret it more broadly. Sometimes courts look at the history of the law. They check what lawmakers said during debates or in reports. This is called legislative history. It helps judges understand what the lawmakers wanted to achieve. There are two main ways judges interpret laws. One is called purposivism, which focuses on what the law aims to do. The other is called textualism, which sticks closely to the exact words of the law. Courts also consider how agencies interpret laws. Agencies are parts of the government that help enforce laws. Courts used to give a lot of weight to agency opinions, but now they often decide for themselves how to interpret laws. When courts do judicial review, they make sure laws are applied fairly and correctly. They balance the words of the law with what lawmakers intended. This process helps keep the legal system organized and consistent. So, understanding how courts interpret statutes shows how they play a big role in shaping the law and making sure it works for everyone.